Hello everyone, welcome back in our Maths Academy. Today we will begin with the second chapter of Maths 1, that is real number. So let's start to learn. Students, let's start with the second chapter of Maths 1 is a real number. Real number. Very interesting and so easy chapter that you learn in your previous standard also. So let's start with the previous knowledge and recall the sum category which is comes under in our real number. So let's start. Here is a real number. So now real number is classified into two categories. Clear, students? So the first one is an rational number and second one is an irrational number. Clear? So the real number is classified into two, rational and irrational. So rational number is in form of the P by Q and irrational number is not in the form of P by Q. So here it can be written as P by Q and it is not written as a P by Q. Means it is in fraction form, it is an non-fraction form. Now in irrational number, like we have a example like root 2, root 3, root 5 and pi. So pi means 22 upon 7, right? So that you know the form of a pi. Now irrational number is not in the form of P by Q and we have so many example which is based on irrational number. And always remember that, students, these irrational number cannot be expressed in a fraction form. Clear? But a rational number can be expressed in a fraction form like P by Q. Now, a rational number also can be classified into two methods. So we have a first one is an fraction form. Clear? And another one is an integer. So, what is fraction? Fraction means that number which comes under in numerator and denominator like this P by Q, right? So we have so many examples which include in a fraction form. So here, 3, it is also in fraction number because 3 we can written as 3 upon 1. Okay, students, so this is a fraction number. So another we have an example like 2 upon 3, comma minus 17 upon 26. So these 2 and 3 are in P by Q and minus 17 and minus upon 26. This is an integer form, means this is a fraction form. Clear, students? Now come to the next one. This is an integer form. So in integer also we can divide it into two ways. So first one is an negative number and another one is an positive and 0. So first one is an negative number. It is includes in a negative numbers like in a number line. So students, all of you know that number line that you learn in our previous standard also. Clear? So this is positive numbers and 0 also, students? Also it includes with a 0. Now, so in negative number we have so many examples like 2, minus 2, minus 18, so on. Okay, minus 88. So we can we include a so negative number in our integer. So you know that, students, if we draw a number line, so in right hand side we have a positive number and in left hand side we have a negative number included with a 0. Okay, like that. So we have a positive numbers and a 0 form. Now, so in positive numbers this divided into two ways. So the first one, so positive number also we have a whole number. So whole number is a set of 0, 1, 2 and infinite number. Clear? So including with a 0 which is whole number and this is only positive, this is a natural number. Clear, students? That you learn in, that we learn also in chapter number 1. That was a set. Clear? In set we have so many numbers, so many categories of numbers like natural number, whole number, integer. Clear, students? So in natural number it is start with 1, 2 and goes on infinite. When we include a 0, this is an whole number. Clear, students? So student, these are the various category which is included in a real number. So let's denote with a capital letters with each of the category. So the first one is a real number. Real number is denoted with capital R. Rational number is denoted with capital Q. Irrational denoted with P or Q dash. Clear? Now integer is denoted with a capital I. Clear, students? Now this is whole number is denoted with a capital W, and this is natural number is denoted with a capital N. Clear? So in this way we have a categories of a various numbers included with an real number. So now let's understand that this chart we are explained with the help of Venn diagram that we learn in our first chapter. Okay, student? So here I am draw with a Venn diagram with an oval shape. Okay, so the first one is an real number. Okay, so this is an R. So real number is classified into a two, which is rational and irrational. Clear? So we have a first one is an rational and another one is an irrational. Clear? So we have a, this is an Q part and this is an P part. Clear? In rational number which is include an integers. Clear? So this is an integer. So in integer we have a whole number, so which is W. So in W we have a natural number. So in this way we draw a Venn diagram of this is a real number. So this is real number is an universal set that we learn in our first chapter. That was a set. Clear, student? So this is the basic concept which we learn in our previous standard and first chapter also. So with the help of this, let's start with the definition of rational number and irrational, and we learn their concept also. Second chapter, real numbers. So students, we already know what is real numbers are. So let's understand the various category of numbers that comes under. So first look at the definition of real numbers. So first, real number is number in the form of P by Q, right? Is in the form of P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0. Is called as a rational number. Yes. So rational number is like in fraction form. P by Q is like of fraction form, means they have a numerator and denominator, and P and Q are in integer form, means these numbers is positive or negative also. And yes, in denominator this is not equals to 0. Is called as a rational number. Clear? Now look at the second definition is irrational number. So what is irrational number is numbers which are not written in the form of P by Q, means this irrational number we cannot write in fraction form, means P by Q. So that number is called as an irrational number. So students, after this definition we just classified the real numbers in various category. So first look at here what is real number. So just first write down here real number. So real number is classified into a two category, right students? So the first one is an rational number, second one is an irrational number. So write down here rational numbers written, and this is an irrational number. So first we understand the definition of rational and irrational number. So now we start with the what is exactly rational number. So rational number is classified into a terminating and non-terminating. Clear? So just look at here, students. So this is an terminating and this is non-terminating. Non-terminating numbers or recurring numbers or recurring. What is recurring? Recurring means a repetition of a numbers. Clear, students? So first look at the example of this terminating. First is a terminating. First, suppose I have a 2 is divided with 10. Clear? When I divided with 2 with 10, then I will get 2 5s are 10. The remainder is 0. Clear? So this is called as an terminating. Clear, students? So suppose I have another example like 2 is divided with 9. Clear? So 2 4s are 8. Then I get 1. When I take extra 0, take your decimal form. Okay? So 2 5s are 10. I get a 0. Okay? Always remember that in terminating form we get a remainder 0. Clear? So this is an terminating form of an rational number. Clear, students? So in this way we have to solve the terminating number and we can identify easily when we get a remainder is 0. Always remember that. Now come to the next one. This is what? Non-terminating. So what is non-terminating and recurring? So I have another example like 3 and 10. Clear? So now divided with 3, 3 with 10. So 3 3s are 9. Clear? Remainder is 1. So take extra 0 with decimal form. So again 3 3s are 9. Clear? So we get 1. Again I take a 0. Again 3 3s are 9. So in this way we get 3 3. In this way we get the answer 3.333, means it is an infinite number. Clear? But in terminating we get 5 and here it is we get a 4.5, means when we get a remainder 0, this is an terminating. When we don't get a remainder is 0 and it is an like that 3.331, it is an infinite number. So this is an non-terminating like a recurring. Recurring means what? After decimal we get a repetition of a same number. Now students, come to the next form is irrational number. Now what is irrational number? Irrational number is a form of a square root like a root 2, root 3, root 5, okay, and it's a pi. Okay, this is a notation of pi that you know about. So root 2, root 3, root 5 is in the form of an irrational number. Now in irrational number we have also like these two, terminating, non-terminating and recurring. But in irrational we have a non-terminating and non-recurring. Okay, so we have a non-terminating and non-recurring. Now what is the exactly of non-terminating and non-recurring? Like this form. Suppose I get this form of answer like suppose 4.16183456 and so on, means there is a no repetition of any number. Clears that? But in non-terminating and recurring there is a repetition of after decimal. But in non-terminating and non-recurring, there is a no any repetition of any numbers of after decimal. Clear? So I have another example also. Suppose I'll take 16.384601 like that. Again I'll take the another example is like 11.683496. Clear? So this is in the form of a non-recurring, means there is the repetition of. Recurring means, non-recurring means there is a no any repetition of numbers, and recurring means what? There is a repetition of a same numbers. So clear students, what is real number? So in real number we can classify it into a two numbers. First one is a rational number, second one is an irrational number. So rational number is classified into a two, terminating and non-terminating numbers and recurring. So real numbers we can denote with a capital R, means this is a set of numbers of real numbers, and rational number can denote it with a capital Q. Clear? And irrational number we can denote with the capital P or Q dash. Clear? So in this way we can denote with letters with this set of numbers. So students, these are the topics which we covered in this chapter. So the first topic is properties of a natural number. Second, properties of irrational numbers. Third is asserts. Fourth, comparison of a quadratic surds. Fifth, operation on quadratic surds, and the last one is rationalization of quadratic surds. So these topic which we covered in this lesson. So before starting this chapter, we just learn the first topic which is very important, that is order relation on rational number. So here is the very important topic which you learn in your lower standard also, means your 8th standard, order relation on rational numbers. Okay, on rational numbers. Okay, so Q is the notation of a rational number. Clear students? So order relation on rational number. Order relation. So we have a two rational numbers. So first one is P by Q and second one is R upon S. Okay, so these are the rational. So these are rational numbers, and always remember that in numerator Q is greater than 0 and S is greater than 0. So with the help of these two rational, we consider their relations. So we have a total 3 relations. Okay, so the first one is equal with each other, second one is this is greater than second one, and the second is a greater than first one. So look at here students, then you will clearly understand. So the P by Q is equals to R upon S. This is the first relation. Now the second relation is P by Q is greater than R upon S. Clear? Now the third relation is P by Q is less than R upon S. So these three relation means when we have a two rational number and when we compare with each other, then we'll get this relation. First one is equals to, second one is greater than, and third one is less than. So now students, let's cross multiply with each other. Then we will get P multiply S equals to R multiply Q. Clear? Now same we can do this. P multiply S, and what is the sign of this? Greater than. So write down here greater than. Okay, there is a equal sign, so that's why we can write down the equal sign. There is a greater than, so write down greater than. After that multiply both, R multiply Q. After, look at the third relation is less than. So same we are multiply with each other. P multiply S is less than R multiply Q. Clear students? So these three relation comes under two rational number when we are comparing with each other. So students, in your textbook, they given us a different form. Means, they given us first part is if P multiply S equals to R multiply Q, then we'll get this one. That is P by Q equals to R upon S. So same thing I can done that, because this is because in this way we can easily understand, right? If we take a two rational number, then when we multiply with each other, then we will get this form. Okay, so but in your textbook they given us like that. So same thing we can do the second one. So consider that if P multiply S is greater than R multiply Q, then what we get? This one, that is P upon Q is greater than R upon S. Clear, students? Now the third one is, again, if P multiply S is less than R multiply Q, then what we get? This one. Then P upon Q is less than R upon S. Okay, so in this way we get the order relation on a rational number. So this you learn in your 8th standard, students. Clear? So students, these are the order relation when we take a two rational numbers, and when we comparison with each other, then we get a three form of and comparison form. Students, in the next lecture we will begin with the practice set 2.1. I hope you clear this lecture. So we will meet in the next lecture with new practice set. Till then, do practice and enjoy your learning. Thank you.